Welcome. I would love to hear or read about, since I can't hear y'all. Yeah, I'd just love to read about what y'all are experiencing energetically or spiritually, whatever. Tired. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of resting myself. It's been a very much like a voidy rest and receive type of energy that I've been in since I've gotten to my new home here. Hello, Karen. Good to see you again. Welcome to the live stream. I would be happy to learn about what you've been experiencing if you'd like to share here. Experiencing a big yawn. Ascension symptoms, says L, the alchemist. Oh, broke a bone. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, insomnia is a tough one too. I hope that you're able to be getting some rest at least. When we're having insomnia, for me, it was always so important that I was able to just get rest, like some yoga nidra. Hopefully my yawn is, hopefully, it's, you're catching the wave of it. Get you some nice yawns, some nervous system regulation. For me, this live, it feels like it's heart opening. It's moving something through the heart. The heart is the master healer, and so we move a lot of density through the heart center. So, whenever we're offering, like opening a space or just trying to be of service in some way, we're actually helping serve ourselves too, because it's all one, right? Karen says ascension flu still. Yeah, I remember it was 8 days for you a few days ago. So yeah, that ascension flu can hang around for a while. Notice if you're able to fall in love with it, to fall in love with the ascension flu in the sense of you can see what it's doing for you, how it's purifying your being, how it's purifying the emotional and energetic subtle bodies, how it's just emptying you out of heaviness, so that you can be more vibrant and open and relaxed. It's like the ascension flu is like burning up stress. Oh, someone's saying, Roja is saying I'm frozen. Well, I hope that's not the case anymore. If I was for a while, my apologies. Roja says, hello, I'm experiencing a heavy head, lots of energy swishing around up there. Yeah. Good to have you here. So I'm just going to land and anchor some energy here. I hope it's still working. We'll see. Just to kind of let this energy settle with more of you hopping on. These live gatherings are always good practice for me in staying grounded with a lot of energy. Not frozen in Western Australia. That's good. Hummingbird says, heart chakra pain, insomnia, sadness, inner child is prominent these days. Nestle. Yeah. Great to have you here, Nestle. Yes, I've been having that too. I was sitting in bed actually with so much deep heart chakra kind of blockage, heaviness. And I realized, this is what my soul came here for. It came here for this deep pain. It came here for this unconsciousness. When I was seeing what a gift it is to be in contact with this depth of my being, with this inner child who's wanted to be seen. It's like the unconscious wants to become conscious. And that's a shift that's a paradigm shift, because the ego will kind of have the perspective of there's a blockage here. I don't want it to be here. It shouldn't be here. How do I get rid of it? How do I clear it? How do I heal it? so that I can feel good again. And I don't want to make that wrong or bad. But when you actually fall in love with the blockage, when you fall in love with the inner child that's hurting within you, um, that's true freedom. And that's really powerful. It's a really powerful offering for yourself, to offer yourself that much love, because that's you. The blockage is you. The pain inside your heart, that's you. That's not something separate from you by any means. It's more of yourself coming online. Let's see. Someone said that L said that yawn is helpful. Can't do anything but rest. No worries there. Just let yourself rest and rest and rest. Need to move house by Friday. Have not yet secured a spot. Well, prayers to L for a new place, a sanctuary home. A space that will hold their process. And just wishing you the best of luck with that. Pop says, hi, hello. Yeah, Jackie is talking about crazy energy in their body for 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, left is feminine, right is masculine. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if some advice comes. Everyone, and y'all can, if that's okay with you guys, feel free to share with each other if you want. Jaffe. Something's just saying your body's loosening up, releasing trauma. Can you just kind of surrender and relax into the contortions? In mainstream society, there can be all kinds of views on when energy is moving through the body, through the skeletal system, through the nervous system, when it's clearing out samskaras. That would be a yogic term. Or just blockages, karmas. But it's totally normal on this path of energetic activation. It's completely par for the course to have these kinds of things happening, and they can happen for a long time. And to me, it's always, I have gratitude when it happens. When I get a Kriya, I'm like, oh, yes, the kundalini, she's liberating more of my life force, emptying me out of more heaviness, more karmas. So I would say, Jackie, this is a great thing that's happening for you. This is grace waking up in you, as you, and to just surrender to this process, to see if you can find some trust in this process, and to know over time this energy will balance you out. It will balance out both sides of your body, and it's actually probably bringing up the imbalance that had been there your whole life. And so it's actually probably bringing you into balance. And sometimes when we're coming into balance, that process in itself can be disorienting because energy is moving and energy is transferring, and then you're going through big shifts. So I would say just relax into it, to trust it, to support your psyche and your body the best you can. And then just take slow, deep breaths, like loving breaths, supportive breaths for this process. This is helping me move some energy through too. Yeah, y'all have a lot of lights. I can feel your light, your presence. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the best thing. That's always going to be the case, Jackie. That's really what it is. It's like there's only this. There's only ever this, And if this is lots of energy, then that's what you merge with. That's what you surrender to. Yeah, and then more and more you just know yourself as the energy. as the divine grace that's waking up within you. And it just starts to live through you as you, all on its own. And there's not really much of a choice in it. Once it's got you, it's like it's got you, at a certain point. And I think for almost everyone here, the divine is you've been caught. If you're in this live stream, there's a damn good chance that the divine has been hunting you down for a while. Yeah, good, Nestle. I know, Nestle, we experience such similar transmutation patterns. We've talked about it before. So no surprise there in what you shared. It was pretty much exactly what's been coming up for me. So yeah, happy you're here. Happy everyone else is here. And I hope that this space is helpful for you guys in some way. Yeah, I love reading your guys' text. It's always, I learn from you guys too when you share. Yeah, lots of rest in this space. I think that's what's needed. So much work is being done in the collective, for sure. Karen says, according to Craig Holliday, a beloved teacher. Yeah, I really enjoy him. We are all in the hot seat. Yeah. Yeah, way showers, You could say you're kind of, in a sense, going first. We're meeting a lot of dense stuff, for the one. I can feel the power of the light that's here. It's like, what service? If not this light, then who's going to meet it, right? So in a way, there's just like a lot of brave souls here kind of going first. Yeah, such a lovely energy here in this space right now. Patience. What's the patience is a bitter something about bitter, but its fruits are very sweet. It's a I don't know if it's a Taoism or a Stoic quote about patience. I heard it in a yin yoga class with Travis Elliott. It's a bitter pill to it's a bitter I forget the exact words, but it's bitter going down, but it yields lots of fruits. So patience is a tough one. I can be impulsive for sure. I will just move from the gut a lot, but yeah, thanks for that reminder that patience can serve. Patience is beautiful because it invites us to slow down. I noticed that when I had this, when I was feeling a really deep blockage in my heart center, I was like, oh, this is an invitation to slow down. Because I think it's like when we slow down and deepen into this moment, like that's where we find real fulfillment. Like true, that's where we find everything we want. It's like every spiritual teacher ever says it. But it's like everything we want is just in the depths of this now moment. And so an energetic blockage or heaviness or something difficult can actually be a gift because it forces us to come more into this present moment. It forces us to connect more with who we really are. And so anytime there's a blockage, it's just almost like this reminder from the divine of like, slow down, be here now. There's nowhere to go. And I want to point this out. You all are doing such great work. Such great work. Such important work too. Trust the process, surrender is key. Ayash has another koan there about wheat. Yeah, thanks for your offerings, guys. Nice to hear your perspectives on things, your wisdom. Own your way. Lot of heavy and burning addictions coming up for me right now. I know that feeling out of my power, and I keep going back to things that give me an out. Yeah. Yeah, just checking in to make sure you're loving yourself as that's happening and letting yourself off the hook there. These are really difficult energetic times right now. So any grace you can give yourself, any softness, any tenderness, go ahead and do that. And it's okay if you're acting out here and there. It's sometimes that happens. And we don't want to add suffering to that by being hard on ourselves, by being self-critical, self-condemning. We don't want to go into self-hatred. So this is an invitation and an opportunity for you to learn how to love yourself, even when you're quote unquote going into addiction and feeling out of your power. It's like, can you love yourself in that spot? It's like the divine just wants us to be free. She wants to take us into all these different energetic territories to see if we can learn to love ourselves no matter what's happening. It's like, can we love ourselves no matter what's happening? That's not to say we don't try to, stay, whatever you could say, stay in more energetic integrity or stay connected to our power or do things that feel true to us. But it's just always this opportunity when we kind of find ourselves in maybe an emotional hangover or just kind of in the darkness, or we've fallen off where we feel like we've fallen off course, we're giving our power away to addiction. It's just like that's an opportunity to heal deeply. It's like literally everything is an opportunity to come into more unification with God, with your true self. It's like every moment is the way. It does not matter what's happening. Seeing some more messages. I'm just enjoying the connection with you guys. There's like a commonality, like an energetic signature that feels very familiar here, like a familiarity. Yeah, and then when you learn to love yourself on your way in all those places, it's like automatically there's just more love in your field, and then there's going to be less of a tendency to go into addiction, right? Because we go into addiction because something feels cut off from God, something feels cut off from love. So when you're bringing love to yourself in all these different places, no matter what's happening, it's like more and more, all of you is going to feel that love, and love is just going to be emanating in your being more and more fully. So then there's not even going to be that temptation anymore. You won't even need willpower. Like love is the ultimate healer. Willpower, self-control, these can be cool and good, but they only get you so far. Love is what truly heals addiction. Love is what truly transforms our inner landscape and our behaviors over time. And so bring that love to yourself. Just keep bringing it to yourself. I don't care what's happening or how your egoic mind is defining what's happening, good, bad, right, wrong, shouldn't. It doesn't fucking matter. You just fill your being with love in every moment, and naturally you'll just align with the highest resonance in every moment. And naturally, there just won't be this urge to go into things that are unhealthy for you or that make you feel awful or whatever. And then when you do reach, that's an opportunity. It's an opportunity every time. I've been there too. Oh, John, I think I was skipping. John felt frustrated today. Ego was strong. Yeah. Well, we've all been there. Much love to you. Hope, much love to your ego. Bring the ego here, John. Let it soak in some love and some peace from this group. Got a lot of powerful and compassionate souls here. So a good place for a frustrated ego to relax. Elle said, I've been there too. On your way, I made an error typing your name. Oh, okay. Japanese things have been being studied. Okay. Good to hear. I love my addictions, laugh out loud, and don't beat myself up over it. There you go. It's a radical path, but for me, it's worked. And I'm not saying I don't ever go into addiction or something. It gets more and more subtle, but over time, one addiction after another has just fallen away with this path of just radical self-love and acceptance. And so, let's see. Irrelevant legend. Good name. That is a good name. Do I have a guru? I had some teachers. I had a Cesare was a teacher, and Craig Holiday. I still like to show up to Craig Holiday's stuff here and there. I enjoy being in that sangha. It's a nice sangha. Who else would I say? Those are the main two. Let shame run to and fro. Never take it personally. I would say, yeah. Let any emotion, let any energy run. Let it run through your system. Like that. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. See, that's a nice way to put that, Ash. Ash is being Socrates. He just wants to ask questions. That's Socrates. I used to be into philosophy. Non-duality. Can you ever be wrong? My Nona experienced a huge trigger today and just happened to do nothing at all. Just going out of my way, just allowing the energy to have its way in me. Beautiful. And at some point, it just went over some threshold and became buzzing, laughter, and awakeness. Always such a miracle. So grateful. Yeah, really nice when something like that happens. And that's your system is becoming more and more capable of just allowing things to move through. It's like your system has built this capacity to really digest these triggers and these emotions and energies that come up. That's funny. Alcohol, sex, addiction, breathing and yawning is a better path. When you're calm, you're happy. I was reading some Yogananda and he was talking about that. But yeah, there's been lots of yawning here, lots of breathing, lots of calmness, lots of peace. I can feel so much love vibrating in this space. It feels so real to me. It feels like I'm like here with you guys. And I am in the truest sense energetically. On Your Way says, in these addictions, I've always gave into the thought streams of unworthiness and believing that these addictions are stopping me from being free. Oh, nope. Yeah, and that's where the addictions tend to come from too. That sense of deficiency, right? Oh, I need that we don't want to feel the inner sense of lack and deficiency, or it's like, oh, I need that. A big one for me has been, oh, I need that person. She's gonna do it, you know. But Yeah, and that's what I was saying, just meeting that unworthiness with love over time. It becomes harder to believe those type of thoughts. The new Nostradamus. uh, I don't have a living guru. Is it even possible to realize self without guru? Sure. I would say so. Um, yeah. If you're meant to have a guru, you'll find the guru when the time is right, for sure. If you're not meant to have a guru, you won't. But realizing the self is a God thing, you know? So much of us, we think we do it. Our spiritual ego thinks it's the one who's going to get enlightened. It's like, it's just the divine that does it. And the divine will take you to the right places, the right healing containers, the right books, you know, the right practices and modalities. Yeah, Nicole, the guru is within. Yeah, that's the ultimate guru. And that's any guru is going to take you to that place, really point you to yourself. Some of us need a guru, some of us might not in this lifetime. I've needed a lot of community, that's for sure. Hello, Nod. Good to see you here, my friend. Yeah, I get to see Nod quite a bit actually these days. Very, it's always very much appreciated. Hmm. Yeah, at the top of the chat, I can copy and paste it. Let me see if I can get to that again. Yeah, whatever. I just said I'm happy to hear your guys' experiences. If you want to share whatever has been coming up for you, if there's anything you want to offer to the space, like what you're going through, that felt like the main inspiration why I opened this. I didn't really have anything to say, but I felt the divine just say, yeah, open it, see what people, if they want to share things, and just kind of see what happens from there. So here we are. John says, I've been in a void for years, not to be a downer. No, void's a beautiful place. How has that been for you, if you want to talk more about it? Yeah, I've been in a pretty voidy space the last however long myself. My ego used to kind of fight the void. Now I embrace it. I'm like, oh, thanks for this break and this rest and this nothingness and this peace. It's just like, it's so nice. The void is so nice for the nervous system. It kind of finally gets to decompress. Have like a deep rest. Ah, yeah. Thanks for sharing that with me, Nod. I'm trying to remember what you said, but I remember responding. Yeah, Matt Kahn is has been super helpful for me at times on my path as well. Glad that you found him and are finding him supportive. Yeah, the ego will do that. That's what it does. Hmm. Yeah, the present is a present. Amen. Yeah. Yeah, just enjoying being here, reading what you guys are saying. Hmm. Yeah, so good to hear. It's always nice to kind of co-regulate. Really does help the system slow down. Just being in the presence of others, so helpful. Hmm. Yeah, I feel a lot of serenity and peace in this space. Seeker is sharing how the holidays were rough for them, but hearing your experience around that time was comforting. Yeah, that was so brutal. Oh my God, I don't remember a Christmas that hard. Maybe one when I was really little, but yeah, that was brutal. It was fun to share that. I love sharing my stories with you guys. Mostly I've just been just chilling out here at home in Florida, meditating. So I haven't had many stories really to share, but I have a lot of space to share. So I thought I'd just share space. I don't have much to say, but I'm enjoying y'all. Kat says, "This is the most relaxed I've felt in a while. Thank you for giving me an excuse to pump the brakes and just chill." Yeah, of course. TikTok people are using YouTube now. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's nice to just chill. It's so good for the body, for this process. Yeah, that's what we always feel when we connect with anyone. It's like we feel their presence underneath the words. That never really lies, the presence doesn't lie. And a lot of you are so intuitive and sensitive that you can really feel that. That's why for so many of you here, things are so transparent. You can automatically feel what someone's going through. You can see it on their face. You can sense when someone's words are in congruence with truth or not. It's like you guys have this really beautiful inner navigation system because you are so open. You've been through so much that you just really relate and connect on the level of presence now. It's like this is the shift we go through, right? Instead of relating just on the intellect, the intellectual mind, it's like, and that can be there, that's fine. But it's like we're relating on the level of energy. What do you mean by great at it and not great at it, John? John is saying he was great at meditating and now he's not. And I'm curious what the difference is. Yeah, I've heard that about Michael Singer. Yeah, I love him. I've listened to some of his videos, a timer 20. I thought of him a time or two since I've been here. I was like, oh yeah, Michael Singer lives in Florida or has his temple here. And it's interesting as we're on this path, it's just layer after layer that will come up. You'll clear a layer and then something else wants to come up to be liberated. And it's like just being a welcoming conduit for this process. I can feel that happening in my own heart. Ah. It's like these tender parts in us, they really only heal when we slow down enough. It's like the slow rhythms where true healing actually happens. And it's like every new layer helps me sink even deeper into those rhythms. It's like every new layer that comes up just pulls me more and more into myself, my capital S self. I really have been starting to just love more and more just the ease of being, the simplicity of being. Uh, 7 years or so. Seeker is asking how long I've been on my journey. 7 years ago, it really got started. It really fired up. It's when Kundalini really came online. I was reading, like A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, maybe a year before that, maybe a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry you're having a hard time, Seeker. What does the one who feels unproductive need? Because to me, I'm not perceiving your kind of your life that way. It seems like a lot of beautiful things are happening. kind of like an identity, you know? Especially in Western culture, we have these identities that say we're unproductive. It's like, what does that even mean? Like, where does this stuff come from? It's like we got to investigate these identities that make us miserable. Like, how could we even be unproductive? Doesn't even make sense to me. It's like, I'm unproductive. That whole thing, you know, life is simply a gift to be experienced. How could you be unproductive? You're experiencing this moment. It's the most productive thing possible. Yeah, I can't say the word patriarchal, capitalistic, go-getter mentality is such a tricky process. It is. It's in so deep. Uh, yeah. Oh, misery. It's like I heard a teacher say it. The teacher said it's more like the American nightmare. I've been doing a lot of gardening recently. Really grounds me in the midst of the chaos I'm experiencing. Yeah, beautiful. Earth can be super helpful. I've never felt this alive. Thank you for your advice on managing psychic pain. How would you define your path? Left, right hand? I don't know what you mean by the left, right hand. Um, I don't know how I would define my path either. Empty, empty, surrendered, allowing. That's basically it for me. Oh, yeah, it's okay. I still don't know what you mean by the right or left hand path. I'm sorry. I gathered that's what you meant. Right or left? I guess left. I mean, if I had to intuitively pick one, I don't know. Who knows? Hmm. Yeah, you're welcome, Seeker. Hope it was somewhat resonant or something. This has been really enjoyable. There's like an effortlessness here in being with you guys that I really appreciate. A feeling that I don't really have to be anything other than what I am, you know? I guess that's more in how I would define my path too. That's what I feel like I've surrendered into more and more is like an effortlessness, a tranquility, an okayness, a non-judgmentalism. That's a word. It's like, yeah, just complete openness to this moment. And when there's not complete openness, like more and more just being okay with that, being okay with things that are here that might be, you know, difficult to be with. Seeing that they're here for me, that they're here to help and assist my consciousness evolve rather than seeing them as something that are in the way or a problem. Yeah. More and more when I talk to people, I don't feel like there's anyone here, really. It's just space, love, presence. And then, you know, sometimes there can be a trigger and, oh, now there's someone here, you know, I don't know. Like fear, when fear comes up, that can create an identity, right? When there's fear up in the system, that's its own identity. And if we're identified with the fear, like we feel like an identity, we feel like a, you know, shame can create an identity, anger, all these emotions, they can create an identity. And more, you just, I don't know, you just see yourself as what you are. You don't get hooked by identities as much. You still can. In my experience, you can, but it doesn't happen as often. And so there's just spaciousness, there's just openness. When there's because any identity that you get hooked into is a contraction. You contract. That's an identity. And it's okay to like get hooked. It's just noticing like, oh, I'm in an identity right now. I'm believing something that's not true. Hmm. I think I've tried it. Not much though. Thanks for the question, Caboose. Feels like a very soothing energy that's here. Like a lot in the heart chakra. A lot of healing energy for the heart chakra. Yeah. Thanks for that feedback and reflection, Nicole. Glad to hear that. Oh, got a heart out there. I'm going to put a little heart. Whoops. Oh, emojis can be fun sometimes. I'm also feeling a ground, like a groundedness here. Just like a steady sturdiness in this field as well. Like we're being held by something really rooted. Really unshakable, unmovable. Hmm. Yeah, like a tremendous amount of light. Feels like we're just hanging out in light together. Like no tension, just peace. Hmm. Lovely, lovely to see y'all helping each other. I haven't global, but I've seen other teachers do that, and it's always been something I've been curious about because I do dance quite a bit. Uh, and you are right about language. I've been bumping up against that actually with language recently, just kind of how limited it is. It does get very limited, especially when you go deeper and deeper and you're having these newer experiences. It becomes more and more difficult to find the languaging for them. That's been my experience at least. It's like I don't really know how to say what because if I try to say it, sometimes I sound like an insane person, you know? Oh, yay. Yeah, and you're part of that light, Nestle. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, there's lots of light here. And thank you all for being here. Honored to be sharing this space with such amazing beings as yourselves that carry so much light and power and love and peace. What a gift to just be able to open a computer, click a few buttons, and be connected with you all. Hmm. All right. The energies, I don't want to just like abruptly end, and I won't, but I'm just kind of speaking out loud that I'm sensing that it's kind of winding down, perhaps. We've been going almost an hour now. I've been saying this a lot, but I really have to wait until the divine gives me the green light. But I'm hopeful at some point I'll offer a live Zoom gathering. I did 6 when I was in Colorado, and I just enjoyed them so much. Um, would love to offer some while I'm here in Florida. So I'll stay open to that potentiality. And if I do, I would love to see you guys there. So then I can see your faces and all that fun stuff. Hear your voices. Yeah, just immense gratitude to the Divine Mother, to the energies here where I live, the nature here, the ocean, to all of you, to the light, to my teachers. Yeah, and I just wish you guys the highest, like nothing but the highest love and the highest light and the highest peace. Okay. All right. Bye for now.